Hello and welcome back to Jeremy vs. Life. So on the channel so far, we've talked about backpacks, fanny packs, kind of everyday carry stuff, but there is another pack that I use every day that kind of simplifies the process of just getting ready for the day, traveling, doing all that. And that actually is the bathroom bag, or the toiletries bag, I guess. So the bag itself is from Etsy. I think it's just a standard gear pouch made of nylon, YKK zips. I don't think there's, I know there's a brand, the maker, but I can't recall the name of it right now. But it's not huge. It's got plenty of space to spare. But I actually live out of this in terms of bathroom stuff. I don't have anything else. This is all my bathroom. So just like my fanny pack, when I travel, all I have to do is take the bag that I use every day. Nothing comes out, nothing is added, it's all here. I do have some things like a hair trimmer that I use for my beard that doesn't come with me. And I have my electric toothbrush, which is actually plugged in the bathroom. I do have another toothbrush in here that I use primarily for travel. But those items do stay in the bathroom, and well, everything else here is kind of a one-stop shop. Scrub, exfoliation is important. So this is actually just powder for whether if I'm hiking, I use it on my armpits and groin to help prevent chafing, but it's also just good for just moisture control in general. You could use it on your feet anywhere. I mean, it's just moisture. I've actually used this as dry shampoo as well. Works really well for that. I do also have a travel toothbrush. Like I said, this is the one I typically use for travel itself. I don't like to lug the battery one around. I do have a nail file. I've gotten away with bringing this on planes and stuff before. I'm not sure if all planes you'll get away with that, but I do know that the ones that I've flown, which is American, United, Lufthansa, they all had no problem with this little glass fingernail file. These are toothpaste tabs. I used to carry tubes of toothpaste, but these honestly work great, and I can pack exactly how many I need if I decide to do that. But I pretty much use these every day as well. This is just face body cream. I put it in this little container. It suffices for the carry-on limit. It's small, and I can refill this. So this is only a 1/4 ounce, but I do have obviously refill for this. That's in the closet with some other extras, but this is just for face and body. I have allergies, so nose spray, deodorant. So this is actually interesting. This is a reusable cotton swab, or kind of ear cleaner. It's got rubber tips. Basically, you would use it like a normal cotton swab and then just wash it off. I've used it a few times because we have cotton swabs, but I don't necessarily want to refill them. I actually do have additional cotton swabs in here, but I'm waiting for those to run out, and I'm definitely going to be giving this a shot. I've tried it a couple of times. It works okay. I don't think it's quite as as good as a normal cotton swab, but it's less waste, so I don't mind. Definitely don't mind doing that, especially if it's close to as effective. So I actually got these on one of our flights, sanitizing wipes. I just tossed them in here. They're just basically alcohol wipes, but you never know what you're gonna need that for. I do keep some extra cash. I've got another wipe. I keep some extra cash in here, especially when traveling. I don't like to carry it all on me, and since I used that for travel, this just kind of stays in here all the time. Some first aid items. I do have some steri strips and quick clot. And this might be a little extreme for most people, but I do a lot of outdoor activities with knives. I do own and carry firearms. So if I'm traveling in the States, driving, it's nice to at least have some type of compression cloth just in case. It's super flat. You don't know, it weighs nothing, and they're indispensable. I mean, between steri strips and hemostatic dressings, you'll be able to take care of most kind of everyday type injuries, especially if you carry a pocket knife or use a hatchet or saws or anything like that. These are actually caffeine tablets. I typically only take these when I'm doing long road trips. I don't like to drink sodas or energy drinks while driving because I have to stop to go to the bathroom more often. So these are, I think, 200 milligram caffeine tablets. I'm not saying this is the healthy thing to do, so don't necessarily follow my lead. This is just what I do. I just have them on hand just in case. I'd rather take this and stay awake to be able to drive versus risk falling asleep at the wheel. Got some cold medicine. I typically don't use this one. If I'm going to use cold medicine at home, I'll just get it from the box in the closet. But these are just when I travel. It's nice to have some cold medicine because you never know when you're going to get sick. Dramamine. I get motion sickness, so I carry some of these. I used to have a lot more of these, but I've used them during our plane rides. Sometimes it affects me more than others. Even driving in mountainous areas, I can get motion sick, so I like to keep those on hand. Soap. So this was actually from a hotel. I usually try and snag these when I can because they're fairly good in most cases. I used one of these, so I know exactly the texture and how bad it dries out my skin, and I actually liked this quite well. It's pretty gentle. So I snagged this for travel. I haven't used this one exactly yet because I just got it fairly recent from, I think it was Las Vegas. Another cold. This is actually an old Dramamine container, but inside I have some Benadryl, Aleve, and another antihistamine. I do get allergies pretty often, so I like to stock up on that stuff. See if I can get that back on. These are actually multivitamins. So these are chewable multivitamins. I don't necessarily like the pills all that much. They upset my stomach. But these are Trader Joe's chewable multivitamins. I just like to travel with these. When I travel, I'm on vacation and I eat a lot of real bad junk food typically. So I like to have a multivitamin. Just maybe placebo makes me feel a little bit better. I don't know. If they work, who knows? And the last thing in here is just a little thing of Q-tips. Like I said, we still owned Q-tips when I bought this. When we run out, I probably will not bring these anymore, but since we have them, I'm gonna bring them. I'll use this once I run out of these and we run out of Q-tips at the house. So this is basically everything in terms of toiletries that not only do I use every day, but I bring with me on trips. It stays here. I mean, most of these items I use on a daily basis. A couple of these are just emergency items, but this is my bathroom. And it all fits into here. I don't have to think about it. I go on a trip, I just grab this. Everything I need is there. I don't have to pack my toiletries. I don't have to plan. I really don't have to do anything. And the only thing that I would suggest is if you do something like this, make sure you keep up on refilling these items. If you use them, especially when you use them at home, if you're running low, don't ever do that. Oh, I'll just do that later. I'll do it before my next trip. Refill it because you will not remember before your trip. And then that defeats a lot of the purpose of kind of this one-stop shop. I do that with my fanny pack. I do that in a lot of ways with my backpack even. My backpack is always basically pre-packed with at least a day's of clothes. I have this. All of my electronics, when I'm not using them, are either packed in my backpack as their storage unit container, or if I don't travel with them, they're put away properly. But I like the system. It works out really well, and it just eliminates the need for additional packing and kind of thought, which is always the goal. Think less or not. Thanks again for joining me. See you next time.